Hey, what's up, guys? I'm gonna give a walkthrough of how I get my nukes. Now, I have been playing on the sped up version of the game, but I decided to use an assault rifle because I'm doing a clan challenge. Jesus, that was so loud for no reason, and it wasn't even a fast car. So the first thing when you start up is you need to feel comfortable with your class. Like if you're not good at getting nukes, the first thing you need to do is find a gun that works for you. And what that means is knowing your playing style, okay? Like you need to know whether you sit back more, whether you push more. You need to know how you play and you need to be honest with yourself about how you play, okay? That's step number one, all right? Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back. What we do initially is determine where we're going off the jump. As soon as you start, I'm throwing a grenade right there just to see if I'm gonna get a hit marker or not, because people usually come that way. And that's part of knowing the map, is knowing where you're gonna go immediately off the bat. Once you know where you're gonna go, you see how I duck out right here, but I'm on a corner. So I can strafe back just like that, and I know no one's coming from the right because I just looked that in direction. And I check back, but I know people should not be coming from there because I just came from there, and I had people spawning behind me. Now, I only capped this because it was almost fully captured, and I didn't want to run out there in the middle of the open and get destroyed. So what I did was I turned back around and I started looking at where the opposite direction from where I just came from. I saw a couple of guys, so my thing is don't rush, be smart. I poke out, see them. You see how I'm shooting to the edge of the board, just making sure I have enough cover where I can shoot and not get shot. One of the biggest things is making sure your engagements are on your terms. Okay, so that means if you can fight someone while they're come from their flank, like their side or their back, that's what you need to do. Also, something that's really important is paying attention to the HUD, excuse me, on the top right corner, like the map layout. I'm going back here because I'm trying to get my VTOL warship, which will drastically help me to get this nuke. Now, as soon as I get it, I'm back inside again. Right now, I found a part of the map with the flow of the current game, which is something you need to be aware of, is the flow of the current game. And I'm aware that all my guys are around me, and that means that I'm pretty safe right now. Now, you can't rely on your teammates. However, you can use them as almost a mini UAV. So when you glance up, you see where they are. If everyone's on one side of the map, you pretty much know the majority of the time people are spawning on the other side of the map, right? If you're somewhere and there is an enemy, your guys on the right and your guys behind you, but behind you is open, depending on where they are, you can use that for like a mini UAV. So what happens is if one of them disappears off the map, you know someone's coming from that direction, all right? So that's very important as well, the ability to be able to use that. Now I'm here, and we capped our flag immediately. Also, you'll notice I made a mistake at the end of the match. I called out my VTOL warship towards the end, and that was a failure. Now these guys are trying to cap, so I want to stun them and throw everything I can, and now that gives me the ability to kill them. Now, if you notice my teammate, I come back out, he's still not shooting. Like, I went behind cover, reloaded, came back out, and him and that guy were just staring at each other. That's what I'm telling you about not relying on your teammates. So we have a teammate right here. What is he doing? He's doing nothing. I'm shooting, and if you rewind back like 3 seconds, you'll see he turned to run away. You never want to run away. You want to strafe behind a corner. If you turn away, you can shoot them, but they can shoot you. You're heavily disadvantaged from that standpoint. So that's something you never want to do, is run away. And also, you'll see this guy's just standing around constantly. I'm having to kill everybody. And right now, I'm aiming down there because they've been down towards the back of the map through the hallway, because I know that's where they're spawning at, because I keep coming up there. And if you look on the map, you see where my guys are. So I just ran out of ammo, and I was a little bit worried to leave my spot, which I found to be really useful at this point of the map. But I can cover B flag and the, I believe it's C flag, comfortably. And again, I want to get my VTOL and I have heavy artillery. You see me shoot down there, not because I know someone's down there, but just in case. If I get a hit marker, I'll keep shooting. But it's like pre-firing just in case. And it ended up working out because I got my VTOL warship and I'm able to close out this game. And that's the beginning of how to get a nuke. Now, it gets more technical than that, but those are some of the initial founding thoughts that you would need to help you get to the point where you're able to get a higher kill game. Also, knowing your kill streaks. Like, if you know that you could only get about 9 kills in a row, to help yourself out, what you want to do is have a UAV on. Very important. UAV is very important. And then the airplane bomb, that's cool, and a Predator missile. Just keep those on until you find yourself consistently getting the Predator missile. Okay, once you find yourself consistently getting the Predator missile, then what you want to do, then what you want to do after you can consistently get the Predator missile is you want to take off your paper airplane bomb and you want to switch that to a stealth chopper. Okay, and you want to consistently get that stealth chopper. Once you get that stealth chopper, then what you want to do, before the stealth chopper, what you want to do is use the sentry gun. Get the sentry gun. Once you get the sentry gun consistently, then what you want to do is UAV, sentry gun, stealth chopper. Okay? And then you'll start to see, once you get that consistently, you'll see that you're getting a numerous amount of kills with that setup. Also, once you're consistently getting the chopper, you're going to take the chopper off and then go for the VTOL warship. Okay, you don't want the chopper and the VTOL warship because it can't be in the air at the same time and it's counterproductive. Okay? Part of your class setup that we should talk about is not only having the gun that you want, but put a stock on your gun and scavenger. Put a stock on your gun, scavenger. You would also probably have a quick reload, and make sure you always have a class with a rocket launcher. Always. Somewhere, if you only have one class unlocked, as soon as you get a rocket launcher, put one on. Because what you want to do is, even if you're not having a great game, you want to prevent them from having a great game. Don't feel obligated to rush forward. If you find a spot that's working, stay in that spot. Check your corners, move around. Basically patrol an area of the map. Only go through the center of the map if you know that you can make it through. Other than that, there's no reason to go to the center of the map. In that game, I went to the center of the map one time to capture the B flag when I had my chain gun out, and I pre-fired down